Mid-September, a ride-along with RCMP, duplicated a month later with Mayor Lynn Hall. A stop behind the John Howard Society offices, a routine checkpoint for RCMP every morning.
Look at the number of needles that you see here and garbage.
Doesn't this just make you angry, though?
It does. It really does, and it disappoints the heck out of me because of the work that we've done on the other side of 3rd.
Right.
And it's frustrating. It is very frustrating.
A stone's throw from that location is the St. Vincent de Paul, an organization with humble roots.
St. Vincent de Paul got started in the late 70s, and it was started by a priest that was working at Sacred Heart Church, and people from the downtown core, which in those days was half a dozen or so, throughout the day kept coming and asking for sandwiches.
With a smile, Bernie Gould remembers the beginnings of her organization all those years ago as a good Christian act.
They made sandwiches at Sacred Heart Auditorium in the kitchen every evening, and they took it down in front of Polar Refrigeration and we served it on the street, and it came from there.
It began with 50 or 60 people. Today it serves sometimes as many as 200 people per meal. Her demeanor changes when asked about how St. Vincent de Paul has also become the epicenter for whatever ails the homeless and the addicted.
Well, we have to be a lot more cautious of the people that come in and out. We're, you know, what this saddens us the most, there's definitely, we will not deny, there's people sleeping out and sleeping near the building or around the building, but we also serve those who are challenged by poverty.
While the intent of St. Vincent de Paul is still there and the number of people it serves has risen, there's another difference in recent years: the violence.
However, over the last couple of years, we've noticed that there's a shift, a little bit more aggression in, I would say, a segment of that population, and those concerns have been echoed to us from some of our partners in the downtown and some of the nonprofit agencies as well. And really, over the last 2 years, we've kind of noticed that that shift in behavior and attitude in some of them, and certainly not the entire homeless population. But yes, definitely in a segment, I would say that that's a fair assessment.
In fact, during the RCMP ride-along, one individual was arrested with a knife similar to a machete. Drug use is overt, no longer done in the shadows, and it's led to a new circumstances. Some would say a sense of entitlement.
I would say yes, there is a sense of entitlement, or even almost de facto ownership, just through the circumstance that they're there predominantly throughout the day, amongst some individuals for sure. I don't think you would have seen that years ago, but times have changed, attitudes have changed, and a lot of behaviors have been normalized in society that really wouldn't have been tolerated by the general public years ago.
In fact, Superintendent Sean Wright estimates how much property crime, regardless of where it happens, is attributed to drugs.
I mean, it would just be a rough guess, but I would say you're probably looking at 90% of property crimes are related to drug use in one way or another. Violent crimes would be somewhat lower, because that includes a lot of just disputes that get out of hand and that sort of thing, but there's definitely a good percentage of violent crime that's associated to the drug trade as well.
Constable Trevor Hurley is of like mind, though more conservative.
But if you had to attribute a percentage of crime that's committed, predominantly petty crime that's committed, to drugs, what would it be?
Oh, it would be, I would 80%, 85%.
While drug-related crime happens everywhere in the city, the downtown happens to be at the heart of it all. And now downtown businesses are fed up. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.